Hi there. Mind if I join you? I'm Deepak, by the way.
Oh, not at all. I'm Jyothika. Nice to meet you, Deepak.
Likewise. So, how's your first week at the office been so far?
It's been good, everyone's been welcoming. I'm still trying to get the hang of things, though.
Totally understandable. Starting a new job can be overwhelming. Is there anything specific you're finding challenging?
Well, I'm still figuring out the ropes of the projects, and the office layout is a bit confusing. But I'm sure I'll get the hang of it soon.
Absolutely. It took me a while to navigate the office too when I first joined. If you ever need help finding your way around or understanding the projects, feel free to ask. We're a pretty helpful bunch.
That's great to hear. I might take you up on that offer. So, how long have you been with the company?
I've been here for about 3 years now. Time flies, doesn't it?
It sure does. What do you enjoy most about working here?
I'd say the people. We've got a diverse and talented team. Plus, there's always something new happening, which keeps things interesting. What about you? What drew you to this company?
Well, the company's reputation for innovation and the positive work culture definitely caught my attention. And of course, the opportunity to work on challenging projects.
That's a solid choice. You'll find that the projects here are both challenging and rewarding. Speaking of which, have you had a chance to meet the rest of the team?
Not everyone yet. I've been introduced to a few colleagues, but I'm looking forward to getting to know everyone better.
Well, we have a team outing planned next week. It could be a great opportunity for you to meet everyone in a more relaxed setting. What do you think?
That sounds wonderful. I'm in. Thanks for letting me know.
No problem at all. We're a friendly bunch, and I'm sure you'll fit right in. By the way, do you have any hobbies or interests outside of work?
Oh, I love hiking and reading. I try to explore new trails whenever I can.
That's awesome. We have a few hiking enthusiasts on the team. Maybe you could join us for a weekend hike sometime.
I'd love that. It's always nice to find people who share similar interests.
As the conversation continues, Deepak and Jyothika find a common ground and establish a connection beyond their professional roles. The lengthy conversation serves as a foundation for a growing friendship and a supportive working relationship within the office.
Hey Austin, how's it going? Have you started thinking about the upcoming performance reviews?
Hi Vinay. Yeah, I've been giving it some thought. It's that time of the year again. How about you?
Same here. I've been working on a few projects, and I think I've made some significant contributions. But you know how it is, always a bit nerve-wracking.
Totally get that. I mean, we put in so much effort throughout the year, and the performance review is the time when it gets acknowledged. I'm hoping for good feedback.
Definitely. By the way, have you thought about how to approach the topic of an increment during the review?
Yeah, that's on my mind too. I've been doing some research on how to make a compelling case for a salary increase. It's not just about the hard work. It's about demonstrating the value we bring to the company.
That's a good point. I've heard that it's not just about listing your accomplishments, but also tying them to the company's goals. It's about showing how your work directly contributes to the overall success of the team and the organization.
Exactly. I've been keeping a record of my achievements and trying to quantify them where possible. Numbers always speak louder, right?
Absolutely. It's about showing the tangible impact of our work. Have you considered looking at the market rates for similar roles in our industry? That could also be a strong point to make during the discussion.
That's a smart move. Knowing our market value helps in negotiating a fair compensation. I've been checking out some salary surveys to get an idea of the industry standards. It's good to have that data on hand.
True. And don't forget the power of testimonials. If you've received positive feedback from clients or colleagues, it can serve as additional evidence of your contributions.
Good call. I've been reaching out to a few colleagues for feedback. It's always nice to have some positive words from people we've worked with.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about professional development. If we can demonstrate how we've grown in our roles and acquired new skills, it strengthens our case for a salary increase.
I completely agree. It's not just about what we've done in the past, but also about how we've evolved and positioned ourselves for the future. It's about being an asset to the company in the long run.
Well said. I think if we approach the conversation with a well-prepared case, backed by data, achievements, and a clear understanding of our value to the company, we stand a good chance of getting the increment we deserve.
Totally on the same page, Vinay. Let's make sure we present ourselves confidently and make our case compelling. Fingers crossed for positive outcomes.
Their conversation continued as they discussed specific strategies, potential challenges, and ways to showcase their achievements effectively. Both Vinay and Asan left the coffee break feeling more confident and prepared for their upcoming performance reviews.
Steffi, I've been thinking a lot about the possibility of transferring to another branch lately. Have you ever considered making a move like that in your career?
Oh, absolutely, Emmanuel. I think about it from time to time. Sometimes a change of scenery can be refreshing, both personally and professionally. What's prompting you to consider a transfer?
Well, I've been with our current branch for quite some time now, and while I've learned a lot and enjoyed the experience, I can't help but feel that a change could be beneficial. There's a branch in another city that has some exciting projects, and I think it could offer me new challenges and opportunities for growth.
That makes a lot of sense. It's important to keep evolving in our careers. I've heard great things about that branch you're interested in. Have you spoken to anyone about it yet?
Not yet. I wanted to get your perspective first. I know you've been through a transfer before, and I value your insights.
Sure thing, Emmanuel. When I transferred a couple of years ago, I had a similar feeling of needing a new challenge. It turned out to be one of the best decisions I've made. Before you make any decisions, though, consider your reasons for the transfer. Is it primarily for professional growth, or is there a personal aspect as well?
It's a bit of both, I suppose. Professionally, I feel like I've plateaued a bit here, and the other branch has some exciting projects that align more closely with my interests. On a personal level, I've always wanted to experience living in a different city.
That's a good balance. It's crucial to be clear about your motivations. Have you researched the new branch thoroughly? What do you know about the team, the work culture, and the projects they are currently handling?
I've started looking into it, but I definitely need to gather more information. I want to ensure it's the right fit for me. I've heard they have a dynamic team and a collaborative work environment, which sounds promising.
Absolutely. Speaking of fit, have you considered the potential challenges of adapting to a new work culture and building new relationships? It can be both exciting and challenging.
True. Building new relationships is something I am looking forward to, but I'm also aware that it might take some time to adjust. I guess it's part of the process.
It definitely is. And don't forget about the logistics of moving, finding a new place to live, adjusting to a new city, and all the little details. It can be overwhelming, but with proper planning, it's manageable.
You're right, Steffi. There's a lot to consider. I appreciate your insights. How did you manage the transition when you moved to your current branch?
It was a mix of excitement and nerves, but I made sure to stay open-minded. I reached out to my new colleagues, attended team events, and took the initiative to learn about the local culture. It helped me settle in faster.
Those are great tips. I'll definitely keep them in mind. How did your superiors react when you brought up the idea of transferring?
Surprisingly, they were supportive. I had an open conversation with them about my career goals, and they recognized that the move could benefit both me and the company. I suggest you schedule a meeting with your supervisor to discuss your aspirations.
That's a good point. I'll make sure to communicate my intentions clearly. I don't want anyone to think I'm dissatisfied. I just want to change.
Absolutely. Transparency is key. And don't forget to highlight how your skills and experience can contribute to the success of the new branch. It's not just about what you'll gain, but what you can bring to the table.
I'll definitely emphasize that. Thanks for the advice, Steffi. It's reassuring to talk about it with someone who has gone through a similar experience.
Of course, Emmanuel. I'm here to help. Just remember to take your time with the decision-making process. Consider all aspects, and if it aligns with your goals, go for it. Change can be a wonderful catalyst for growth.
I appreciate that, Steffi. I'll take the next few weeks to gather more information, talk to my superiors, and weigh the pros and cons. Who knows, maybe the next time we meet for coffee, it'll be in the city of my new branch.
That sounds like a plan, Emmanuel. I'll be rooting for you. And if you need any more advice or just someone to talk to, I'm here.
Thanks, Steffi. Your support means a lot. Now, let's finish our coffee and get ready for whatever the future holds.